How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another trade recap. We have finally took a trade. I haven't took a trade in like a month probably because of how shit price action is, but we finally taken a trade and we didn't make any money today, but we didn't lose any money as well. So yeah, we could have made money, but we ended up moving our stop loss to break even. But it wasn't really a psychology thing. It's just I just thought that was the right thing to do. I'm gonna show you lot now. And yeah, let's get straight into it. It feels so good to be back and finally taking a trade though. Like, I haven't took a trade in so long. It's been more than a month, and yeah, we still haven't lost. But I mean, I've taken. This is my first trade in a month. I find that crazy. The market is honestly it's not like good at all, and I'm not trying to force trades as well. So I'm just being patient, waiting for price action to be decent. Today, it was okay, especially after this move down. I was like, yeah, like it's gonna be volatile, so I can enter. But our entry was pretty late, coming up close to around 10 o'clock, and then yeah, let's get into it. So on the 1 hour, we were in an uptrend before this move down. Obviously, this is the candle that started at 8. On the 1 hour, we're in an uptrend because we pushed past above this high. And we didn't break structure to the downside, so we are in a uptrend. So my bias was long. I was looking for longs, and then the 15-minute was also in an uptrend as well, so I could go into the 1 minute as soon as a 15-minute lower high or confluence gets hit. But the market had different ideas, and as soon as it opened, it just decided to drop all the way down. I don't know, probably just to, I mean, on the 4 hour, it was in a downtrend. This did look pretty obvious that it was going to go down, like, you know, up, down, up, down. But yeah, but my bias is long because the 1 hour is in a downtrend. I mean, the 1 hour is an uptrend, so my bias is long. Obviously, after this 1 hour candle closed, my bias changed to bearish because now we are in a downtrend. That's why I ended up taking the short. Yeah, not much happened like until what, after 9. After 9, obviously I marked out this fair value gap because that's one of our confluences, and I only mark out 15-minute confluences when the 15-minute and the 1 hour are aligned. And as you can see, the 15-minute was in a downtrend and the 1 hour was also in a downtrend, obviously after 9, because the 1 hour candle closes every hour. So from 8 to 9, that's the first candle. Once it closed here, 9 o'clock, that is when I marked out this fair value gap, which we did end up retracing back up to. Once we retraced back up to that 15-minute fair value gap, I was looking for a breaker structure to the, to the downside. We did get that here, so we broke structure to the downside here. And then we came up, touched this fair value gap. I didn't count this as a, like, you know, selling power out of it, so I just left it, and it was good that I did because look, like, you know, we did end up breaking structure back up to the upside. So I just waited for a 1 minute breaker structure again. We got the 1 minute break structure over here because this bearish candle closed below this low. And I don't know if it's me or if I'm bugging this. I don't know if they've updated TradingView, but this line has always been on 1px, and I feel like it was always thinner than this. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, that was getting me confused. I don't know if it was because in the morning I was sleepy or whatever, but yeah, that was kind of bugging me out. But yeah, I don't like how it looks thick like that though. I liked it when it was that nice and thin. But anyways, so yeah, we broke structure to the downside with this candle. From there, I'm waiting for one of my 1 minute confluences to get hit. So there was this fair value gap that got formed over here. We touched that fair value gap and we closed. I know it's very, very, very little, but we did close below it. So that's why I entered there. By the time I entered, price was all the way up here anyway. So I just put my entry as if it was there. And then I put my stop loss above these highs. I mean, not highs, the, what was it? The second candle in the fair value gap. I mean the first candle in the fair value gap, sorry. I was going to put it up to this high, but you know, my thing is I don't put it below the fair value, like right where the fair value gap is, because sometimes it does respect it and just create a wick. So I always like putting it above at the top candle. That's what I did. And then originally this was a 1 to 2.17. Was it? Yeah, 1 to 2.17. I was just targeting these lows down here. This was a 1 to 2.17, and I didn't want to set 2 take profits, because it is a 1 to 2, and you know, I don't like setting 2 take profits when it's just a 1 to 2. I like doing that when it's a like at least 1 to 3 minimum, or you know, like 1 to 2.7 or something like that. But yeah, my first thing, what color is that? I want it to be the same, otherwise it's just gonna piss me off. There we go. Yeah, so my original break-even point was here, but then we came down. As soon as I entered the trade, we came down to here, and we actually created the 1 minute low. So I just moved my break-even point to there. It didn't really matter because this one ended up getting here as well, so I was gonna make it break-even no matter what. So once those got hit, I moved my stop loss to break-even, so it was a risk-free trade. And if I didn't do that, we would have ended up hitting take profit perfectly as well. It would have swept out those lows and then started pushing back higher, but I moved it to break even. I don't know if that was a bad thing or a good thing, but obviously it wasn't a good thing because it stopped me from making, you know, money. But I also think it's not a bad idea, because once these lows get swept, because if this trade was more further down and it was, I don't know, 1 to 4.7, my first take profit would have been here, which you set your take profits based on areas where you think price might end up reversing. So instead of putting a take profit there, I decided to move my stop loss to break even, which I think was pretty smart, but it's just, looking at it now, it is kind of annoying. Maybe it is a psychological thing, I don't know, it probably is. I'm just trying to big up myself for some reason, that saying that I did something right. It was probably not right, but I just don't think it was something that bad as if I moved my stop loss to let's say price came up here and I moved my stop loss up so it doesn't hit my stop loss. Now you see, that's something psychological, but I think this was completely fine. I've seen traders do this. I started watching Powell trades and stuff, and they use a strategy where they do this, and it does seem a bit smart, because if my risk to reward is 1 to 2, I don't really see a point in taking profits at, because if my first take profit was here and I did end up, there's literally barely there is a lot of thing, but there's still, there's basically no point. You know what I'm trying to say? I think it is something psychological, but I'm just trying to stop that. I'm trying to not admit it to myself, but it probably is. But yeah, I think next time I'll probably just let the trade run, because as soon as you enter a trade, man, it's completely different. I know it's demo, but you enter it and then you just start panicking. I don't understand why, but obviously TJR's what was it called, combine, it starts on, for them it's Saturday, but for me it starts at Sunday 1 a.m. because I live in London. But yeah, and we're 6 hours ahead of them, so I think for them, what time, it will probably be around 7 p.m. for people in America. But yeah, for me it's gonna be at 1 a.m, which is completely fine. I've been waiting for this for so long, and yeah, hopefully he doesn't just talk about futures. Obviously he's gonna, no matter what, I said this to my friend as well, no matter what, he's gonna explain something useful to do with trading, because right now, forget strategy, I think my psychology is just the most messed up. But I don't think I'm confident enough, because if I was confident enough, I would have probably bought a funded account already. But I don't think I'm confident enough to enter and to put real money. I don't know. I hope that combine really helps me out. But yeah, it's good to be recording again. Feels nice. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. I can't remember what day it is today, what day of the journey we're on, but we are improving a lot. I could see improvement. We are improving a lot. If you guys are new and you want to check out my first video, you will see that I have improved a lot as well, because the other day I did go back to my first video, and the way I explain stuff, the way I look at the charts is completely different to the way I look at it now. But yeah, anyways, I spoke quite a lot because I miss recording, man. If the market didn't move shit, we could have recorded a lot as well, but yeah, the market, just Trump decided to just fuck up everything. But anyways, yeah, it's not a good time to be trying to turn profitable right now, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll see you lot in my next video.